Hello everybody, Mr. Storm here. Welcome back to Dyson Sphere Program. In the last episode, we continued working on the large production facility that we have been working on for a little while, but every bit of time we invest in this particular facility is going to save time later, because we're making, well, everything we need to build more things. And what we did last time is we got our planetary logistics stations and interstellar logistics stations manufacturing. And so if I need interstellar logistics stations, here's where I come to grab them. And in the spirit of this facility, I've gone ahead and renamed the planet the shopping mall, because this is kind of where we're going to be coming to pick up all the stuff we need. So I felt it was appropriate. So, the next thing on the list, and I think it's probably the last thing that we're going to do in this particular facility, is logistics drones and logistics vessels to go with our planetary and interstellar logistics stations. So, once we're done those, this facility will be largely complete. Anything else we need to do is going to be built somewhere else. So, let's go ahead and get to it. So, to make logistics drones, we need iron ingots, we need processors, and we need thrusters. Thrusters need steel and copper. Easy peasy. Alright, so we make one of these every 4 seconds in a single assembler, which is good enough. And so we would need 0.5 per second of the thrusters. A little over, yeah, 0.5 per second of the thrusters and 0.5 per second of the processors. So in order to make 0.5 per second, see, this is 0.25 per second, we're going to need two assemblers making thrusters. So, I mean, because they just need raw materials, we don't need to really worry about anything else. We're just going to go ahead and set that up. Get the belts in there just so I have them for reference. Alright, so you're making thrusters. You're going to be making thrusters. And I only guess any need to box these, so alright, so we need steel, which we're just going to basically split. We're going to split the steel here. Because we have more than enough capacity. And then we're going to need copper. At a rate of not much. Can I co-opt this? Now, we don't seem to be making sufficient quantities of magnets. Or no, we're making sufficient quantities, we're just not putting enough of them into the boxes fast enough. There we are. Then this should fill up. Yep, it's going to fill up, and then that'll start spilling over into that one, and then spilling out onto that belt. Okay. All right, so I don't think I'm making enough of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I think I need to do 4 more of these. Because when I expanded the processor production, I think I forgot to add these. Well, easy enough to fix. Alright, this might need the same treatment. Okay. So I have 2 options. I can bring copper off of here, or I can bring copper off of here. I think this one might work better. So this is the one we're going to use. We're going to branch off of here. And then we're going to... Actually, I'm going to come up a pretty high altitude here with this belt, just to get out of the way of everything else. Just in case I want to use any of these splitters that we're not in the way, and we can clear most everything else. Alright, so we're going to need 2 more input lines for this one to make our logistics drones. Logistics drones. Alright, we need iron. And I'm actually not going to worry about the production rate for processors. I had to pause there a couple of times to cough. Alright. Yeah, I can always expand this later. And, you know, I mean, as I mentioned before, the entire thing is not going to run simultaneously. It just isn't. At least not for any, you know, ongoing length of time, so... I'm gonna just stack on top of this one. And we're going to impact that one. If I go up a level, and then I can come down a level. Nope, I can't come down a level. At least not until I get to that point, and then I can come down a level. And then once I'm past this point, I want to come down a level? Yeah. Just need to grab a few more parts. All right, now we just need iron. That's titanium. I'm pretty sure that's titanium. Here's iron. What are we using this for? Not much. Not running very quickly, is it? This is the feeder that's feeding the entire thing. How much are we going to need? Less than 1 per second. It should be fine. We're going to go ahead and borrow this. Oh, come on. Why didn't that go in there? Go in there. There you go. Okay. So now we have logistics drones. Good. So next thing we need is logistics vessels. To make logistics vessels, we need titanium alloy. Easy. We need processors. Okay. And we need reinforced thrusters, which are going to require titanium alloy and electromagnetic turbines. Okay. Well, we have the titanium alloy. It's right there. That's easy. What's the rates of what we're going to need that at? So we're going to need, every 6 seconds, we're going to need 10. So it's not quite 2 per second. Every 6 seconds, we're going to need 2, which is 1 every 3 seconds. So we're going to need 2 of these. Which means we're going to need not quite 2 per second turbines, not quite 2 per second reinforced titanium. Okay. We should be able to support that on what we currently have. Without too much trouble. Alright, so for the reinforced thrusters, we're going to need 2 factories making those. Or 2 assemblers. Use the right terms. Actually, no, we don't need a box for this. This is just going to, again, loop around and go directly into the next thing. Alright, so the titanium alloy needs a splitter. And I think it's going to need another splitter. Right about there. All right, and then we need to grab some more of these guys. Ooh. All right, well, here's what we're going to do. That's set in. I think we're going to stay at this level. We can avoid most everything. Now here's where we're going to run into trouble. We're going to have to bump up a little bit higher. And then bump back down. And then from here, I think we can bump down even further. Oh, and there it wants to... Yeah, we're going to have to go at a slight angle there. Bump down again. Oops. All right, there we are. And so with logistics vessel, we're going to need 3 inputs. Here's where I need the box. All right, I'm bringing the titanium alloy. Now I need processors. Here's the thing, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to split this. All right, well, let's sever that back. Let's see. Can I squeeze in a splitter? Okay, that's not the most elegant solution, but it works. Okay, there we go. Now we just need to let it run and let everything fill in. That is going to be the trick. Well, not a trick, it's just need some time. And looks like that we are supplying this okay as long as not everything is running at the same time. Speaking of not everything running at the same time, let's improve the output on that line, just to make sure we're supplying enough to feed all of these. Though we're not actually supplying enough magnets to run all of these. Alright, well, with this facility done, what is the next thing we need to do? I think the next thing we need to do is improve our, raw materials production. I think this is going to consume everything we've got. So, let's head over to the first planet in the system. Gotta find it. It should be fairly obvious. So far, so good. I gotta check on how things are going over on the 5th planet. Make sure we're able to make the solar sails appropriately. Now, there's another thing you need to check up on, is the solar sails over here. Make sure they're getting properly supplied. Still plenty of iron. Stone. Stone's a bit tight. Now, I could use this logistic station to request in ores. Right, like iron ore, coal, copper ore, stone. I think that's all we would need. Iron ore, copper ore, and stone, because I don't think this uses anything else. Yeah. A local demand, remote demand, local demand, remote demand, local demand, remote demand. Just demand it all in. And you'll need some drones. And for now, I'll just fill that up. Alright, so... well, I wanted to significantly increase the output of basic materials. Iron ingots, copper ingots, titanium ingots... all that sort of stuff. What I would want to do is build another one of these. Right? Like, because this is set up for the maximum inputs and outputs. Well, maximum outputs you can have with kind of single production lines. So... what I would want to do is blueprint the entire thing. Hold on. Quit mode. Blueprint. Path. Blueprint. Okay. This is going to be, foundry. I would want to copy it all the way to the various inputs. Without getting the logistic stations or anything else like that in there. Right? Yes. 3,620 Mark III conveyor belts, 309 Mark II belts. We still have Mark II belts in here? I should probably find those and get rid of them. Alright, where are the Mark II belts? Well, and also this has all the Mark II... you know what, that's fine. I just have to make sure that I keep a supply of those on me. Which I can. Okay, let's try that again. Alright, so to this point, what we would want to do is grab that all the way back to here and to there. Should we grab that belt? Add this in up to here. Yes. We're going to use this as the thumbnail. Save the blueprint. Oh, of course it. I lost all the stuff I did here. Foundry. There we go. Save the blueprint. Now we have the foundry. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of limited into where you can actually place it. Yeah, I would avoid... Coordinate system proportion between areas is different from when it was created. Yeah, that's fine. You'd have to find a spot like... I kind of... No, because we would bump into that. Yeah, actually putting it down here would work. Interestingly enough. We would just need to get all of this stuff filled in. All right? That filled in, that filled in, that filled in, and that one, okay. All right, well, that's a project to work on. And then we would need to hook up all of the inputs, and then figure out where the actual raw materials are coming from. So, yeah, I think that's going to be the next project, is to double the output of this planet. Hook up the rest of its mines, and yeah, make sure that that can all get supplied wherever it needs to go. But we'll get to work on that for next episode. So for now, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.